gentlemen, it is another episode of Three Black Geeks. This, like I said earlier, we're doing movies that has nothing to do with the real world and none of that. None of it all. Let's talk about jails and prisons.
This is how we're spending 2020.
You know what, Chris? The whole time I was watching this movie, because like I said, I don't plan none of this shit. You know what I mean? I don't plan none of this shit like, ooh, that's the topic. Let's talk about that. I don't do none of that shit. So when it got like 15 minutes into the movie, I told myself, hey D, I'm like, shut up. Hey D, shut up. Hey D, what? Kamala Harris was like, shut the fuck up.
You know what? If I was in this world, I would be so on the abolish prison train. It is not even fucking funny.
Here's the funny thing about this, Chris. This is what, it's kind of funny. I feel like this version of this prison is what parents try to describe to their kids what prison is like.
This is what Scare Straight tries to tell you what it is, even though the net result of Scare Straight is basically, man, hold my pocket, peel this orange. That's all it is.
No, you want to know what the main... No, I'm sorry. You want to know what the main crux of Scare Straight is? Do you know how many niggas want to fuck you in the ass? Huh? You know how many niggas love just to eat ass all the time?
I feel at some point they keep saying that. I have a feeling that they keep saying that to these kids. Eventually, one of these kids is like, "Yes, I want to get fucked in the ass," and it's gonna fuck them up immediately. Like, whoa, shit, kid. I didn't.
Actually, no way. Hold on. I think I got something for this. And Prime, tell me if you agree. This movie, the story of Riki-Oh, is what would happen if a Chinese Sylvester Stallone was given the script for Project A and we were given this.
This movie.
Well, I feel like this is what happened when the Chinese guy or a Japanese guy who grew up watching Bloodsport was like, but what if it starred KENSHIRO?
Exactly.
That's enough. Well, no, see, that would involve a tournament.
No, because KENSHIRO went the wrong... KENSHIRO pretty much went along the land and just killed people. That was about it.
Well, hold on. You and I got
have a tournament
Lost Paradise, Chris. Chris, we got Lost Paradise. The first thing you go through is the goddamn tournament.
Yeah, true. That is true. I mean, but like...
But here's the funny thing. Speaking of KENSHIRO, that is true, Eris. The story of Riki-Oh is actually a manga. It was a manga that came out in the 80s. And as a dude that reads 80s manga, you fucking heard me right. I love Old Boy. No bullshit. That's one of my favorite mangas of all time. But as a dude that likes it, this movie does an incredible job of nailing it. As bad shit as this movie is, it's like, this is anime.
Like when you watch the movie, this is the anime. Like it's the anime, it's the manga, like it's everything put together. Like whenever somebody asks you the question, what is like the greatest or the best live action movie based on an anime? Riki-Oh.
Riki-Oh does it.
Yeah.
Because it nails everything. Wow. And hold on, make it even better. This was released in 1991. 100% practical effects. This movie nailed it.
Yeah, like, so after I watched the live action movie, after D asked me to watch it, after being so confused, I went, okay, well, maybe I should watch the anime. Maybe I get more context. Oh no, this is just straight up the anime. Oh, okay, cool. That's okay, cool. That's nice. All right. I mean, there's a couple of more, like, a couple of side details here and there they add up, but like it's almost like a 1-for-1, barring like a few minor changes.
This is what happens when you squeeze in like, a whole manga and anime series into an hour and 20-something minute movie.
My man with the KENSHIRO almagram. KENSHIRO has the North Star on his chest and stuff. Fucking Riki-Oh in the manga has the Star of David on his hand. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Really?
He's got the star. Hold on. He's got the Star of David, and he also has bullets in his chest. Oh. Why didn't you remove the bullets?
Souvenirs, because I gotta remember the fucking mafia dude that killed my girl. Well, his underlings that forced my girlfriend to commit suicide and YOLO off the fucking side of the building.
Can we talk about that for a fucking minute? Can we?
She saw a heroin deal.
You know what? Here's the rules, guys. Here's the rules. Because this movie decided not to have a goddamn plot, we ain't gonna have a motherfucking structure to this. So yes, let us jump around.
This chick witnessed a heroin deal and was like, you know what? YOLO, bitch.
What? No, first she faints. And they carry it to the boss, and the boss like, sweet, this girl saw the deal, and the boss is like, what the fuck you want me to do about it? Am I supposed to wipe your ass too? So like, okay, cool. So he's like, you deal with that shit. So she wakes up, she sees the situation that she's in, she gets up, screaming, runs out the room, runs up some stairs, and runs right off the fucking building. Like,
hey Prime, you want to know? Hey Prime, hold on, let me ask you this question. When you saw that, did you get Vietnam flashbacks of Death Wish 2?
I actually, for me,
Death Wish 2, at least I understood that the chick got raped and she's tortured. That made sense.
They didn't do anything to her. She just woke up. They touched her.
Like Death Wish 2, it made sense. This is just like, you could have just, went to the cops and just, got some help.
Matter of fact, the front door was open. The front door was open.
She had to run by the front door to get to the stairs to go to the roof.
They didn't even.
You already know. You look. It's great that they didn't say the mob guys didn't say nothing because you already know what they said to themselves. Bitch just jumped. The bitch jumped.
Sorry, that's fucking...
You got to give it up to the movie. The movie chucked a doll off of a fucking building. Oh yeah, because it was like, you know how like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or Martin used to use the dummy where the dummy just flops. It was the same way of doing it, complete with a
This movie, if Black Dynamite was,
I have to commend the director because he held that fucking shot.
He held
that shit.
Bruh, he holds all the shots that have dummies where most movies just jump cut, so you have to pause it to be like, oh, that's a dummy. He holds it. It's like at one point, fucking Captain Hook, the fucking warden, is dragging one of the fucking damn inmates and stuff, and it's clearly a fucking doll that he's dragging out the prison cell, and you see it clearly for like a smooth 2 minutes, and then when they cut to like a close up of the guy, it's like, oh, it's a regular guy, but it looked like he pulled a dummy outside the...
One of the best examples, Chris, is actually when my man gets backslapped so hard, his eyeball flies out. And yes, people, it's that type of anime. But he slapped him. You just see a doll. Oh!
And the crows just fly out of nowhere, eats the eye, and I'm like, what?
No, right there, see that? Right there? That is pure anime. Pure anime. Actually, I'm not even saying it right. That is pure 80s manly anime. That is this genre is so fucking insane because all of the characters are always the same. A revenge plot, they can beat everything in the world, but at the very same time, all I want is peace. All I want is people to be happy. It's always the same shit. That's the reason why I like Old Boy so much, because there's like fucking depth to that character. You get to see his revenge take steps. That's the reason why I like Old Boy so much.
Hey D, check this out. So now, as you said earlier, that this movie has like no plot, right? And I can agree. Or more so, the pacing of this plot is so neck-breakingly fast. Like, this is a fast sit. I will say that. This movie's a very fast sit. One part I want to bring up is this. All right, old guy who made the toy train out of scraps. The first victim of the movie, right? I just gotta ask this question, Ricky. How do you feel that you deserve a no moment when you literally met this guy and only known him for 2 minutes?
So I was so confused at that part of the movie. Then when I watched the anime, like it explained how he was out in the field in the first fucking place. Because I was like, why is he walking around? Like, aren't you in the fucking jail, bro? Like, why are you walking around free in the middle of the night?
Apparently you can just get bathroom breaks in the middle of the night and take a dump and shit.
No, check this out. So in the anime,
that jail is shit. The security in jail is pure shit.
So in the anime, he was like doing like katas and shit in his cell and like fucking just broke the wall and walked out. And I'm like, what the actual fuck?
So this is what would happen if this is what would happen if they decided to do something that silly with Rama in the Raid 2. Remember his jail scene, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, Chris will know this. Remember in Lost Paradise when you get locked up early in the game and KENSHIRO immediately fucking escapes jail?
He just decided all of a sudden, I'm just gonna punch the jail cell and get out of here. All right, cool, I guess.
You know what?
Well, there actually was someone that did that, and that was Cody in Street Fighter 4.
Oh yeah,
where he literally busted out like the soft spot, like the soft brick or whatever in his jail cell, and just tore down that back wall and said, "Hey, look, y'all, don't trip, all right? I'll be back."
Well, let's be real. When you know the mayor of Metro City, I mean, you can get away with doing anything at this point.
Chris, you said it wrong. When you're blonde and white, you can get away with everything.
So I was trying to give him an out here,
accurate.
but sure, that is accurate too as well.
So
no. Let's
two.
just be real. I like Cody, but real talk, he's full of white privilege.
Oh, we also we have to emphasize this, folks. Cody is now an ex-con.
Oh yeah, he's an ex-con. And does he work for Mayor Hagar, or is he the mayor?
He is the mayor.
He is the mayor.
Oh, fuck you! Meanwhile, Deshaun, who stole a bike in the 8th grade, can't get a job.
I think we said this before with the Bat slander. Batman will break a guy's arm for you moving a fucking crate and be like, "You're going to jail." I'm like, "You just moved a fucking crate. What are we doing here, dude?"
I always like as much as I love Batman, I love how it's so easy to make fun of him. It is so easy to make fun of Batman.
Break your back. Talk. And I'm like, talk. Broke his fucking back.
Where are the rest of the drugs? Why are you doing this to me, Batman? Where are the rest of the drugs? It's legal in Gotham. Oh,
I saw the
best.
best meme ever, and that was like for what you said, CJ. Batman would be like, "Talk," and it's the picture of Homer Simpson when he fell off Springfield Gorge.
the one I like I said. But for me, the what I like was he said, "Man, imagine, man, you come back from your cousin's house, you just bought yourself one J, and Batman flies out the shadows and breaks your arm. Don't do it again, citizen."
I said it in the chat. This is the prison that Riki-Oh is in. You glare at somebody wrong, you catching a fucking bat to the face immediately.
And see that shit, that's pure black nigga shit right there. Don't you look at me, nigga.
I don't even think sucking dick is a viable option to get out of trouble in this prison.
Oh, it ain't.
No, it's not. It's not. In that prison, first of all, in the prison of Riki-Oh, everybody is catching fades.
Yo, look, you said sucking dick would be the way. No, because this is what happened. Yes, that's good. Wait a minute. You don't suck it good enough. Shoot him.
Shoot him.
Notice, hey, Chris, Eris. Notice the dub voice I just put on for myself. Right there.
I know, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
Now, the dub team, actually, you know what? Let's bring this person up right now. The star of the movie, who's playing Riki-Oh, actually, or I don't fucking know. Anyway, but the star of this movie is Louis Fonn. Now, everybody, you've seen Louis Fonn. Yes, you have. And the only thing I can bring up that's like a mass appeal movie that everybody probably seen that he was in Ip Man 1 and Ip Man 2. And the scene that he had in Ip Man 1 against Donnie Yen at the end of the movie, holy fucking shit, it's an amazing scene. Louis Fonn is pretty damn good. He's pretty damn good. And this is just kind of funny. He did this movie when he was 18 years old. So this wasn't, I want to say this is his jumping off point, but I think this was his first starring role.
Well, I don't know, man. Eris might know him from Future X-Cops, helping out his boy Danny Law. And Andy Law in that movie. I was like, oh shit.
He was in one movie I saw, actually, he was one of my friends who, you know when everybody got one friend besides you, Eris, I had somebody else. They had like a random 90s kung fu movie, and I'm not talking like, obviously Dimensions or Miramax or like, redubbed it. I'm talking like straight up straight up.
I was say, you talking about those guys in middle school and high school who had the original cuts, like the original Mandarin cut.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot what movie this was. It was like a Tai Chi movie type of thing. But he was a star of that. And I'm like, oh yeah, he was good in that. This dude has a fucking he has fucking credits. He's good, man. I'm actually just kind of shocked that this that's the guy. He came from Riki-Oh. That back shit of a movie. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying that it can't happen because look at Chris's boy Gary Daniels. He was in Fist of the North Star.
Right.
There was no reason why he should have a career after that, but he did. Hey, whatever.
No, you mentioned the practical effects, man. Like this, look, I don't get cringy when I watch movies like this. I can deal with gore and stuff, but this is one of those movies where I'm like, let me go ahead and finish eating what I'm eating, then I'll watch it. This was like next level ridiculous.
Oh, thank God I'm not the only one. Oh, thank God I'm not the only one.
For me, the only one that got me to go, ugh, was when your boy, God, what was his name? Basically the Yakuza dude, the dude that had all the tattoos on him. When he took that big ass buzzsaw and just
Oscar.
Yeah, Oscar. When he took Oscar. Yeah, that's his real name. Yo, Chris Harris, how did you like the day? Hey, Alan. Hey, look, Omar. Oh no, Charlie. It's like, yo, what's with these normal white guy names?
That's always the best thing that I love about old 80s, 70s, and 90s kung fu movies.
Early 90s. Let's specify that.
No. It's the same thing. This dates all the way back to like the 70s, where characters had those type of names.
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah. Actually, I was talking about the dub teams being terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the dub. No, see, it's not even just that. The dub team would do it, and even the subtitle team do it too.
Yo, I like that the narrator showed up for the beginning of the movie and nothing else. I love that.
We're here in the glorious, industrialized, privatized prison. Yes, in the future, prisons are privatized.
When I saw that, I said, is anybody else? It's like when I saw that, I said, is anybody else getting what was it, Escape from New York vibes?
D-Shaw 3 Black Geeks. Aren't prisons already privatized and they're making profit off the prisoners that are already in it? This is just not in America, but it's actually across the...
You better listen to him.
Also, I don't have to worry about a guy trying to fucking impale me with a sticker. The only thing I gotta worry about is he gonna fuck me in the ass? That's about it. So it's like,
I love how Chris, you are so Dubois right now, nigga. Like, look, D, I love the gays. They ain't raping me, motherfucker.
It's just... What's up with the warden? He comes back and he's like, all right, so protect the men because he like, 5 of them died. But protect them because like they're my commodity. Oh, this guy? Deathmatch. But immediately, let's go.
You know what I love? I love how Ricky takes out the fucking sub-boss and all of a sudden the fucking warden was like, oh, bet, I got 3 more fucking sub-bosses for your ass. And they just pop up out of nowhere. I'm like, what the fuck?
First of all, can we talk about that fucking Falcon Punch he delivered to that motherfucker before the 3 dudes showed up?
All right, Prime. I meant to message you back when you sent me that picture because I got to be honest with you. The first time, this is like my 3rd run going through this movie, but when the first time I saw this movie and I saw that punch, I told myself, "Yep, this is a cult movie. I'm watching. Yes.
I mean, when Ricky punches the fucking head off one of the guys and shit, and fucking the son of the warden screams like a little girl and shit, I fucking hollered.
No. Go back to what Prime was talking about. That was the fight against Oscar. They was like fighting in the middle. I love it because it was fighting in the middle of the yard. It's actually the longest fight in the whole movie when you look at it.
Yep.
But he was fighting in the middle of the yard. And this didn't get me though. Ricky has shown that nothing fucking hurts him.
He fucking manually tied his veins and his cut arm back together. Like, what the fuck, dude?
I love that. He said, yeah.
KENSHIRO could never.
He cut his arm, and yet, not only did he cut his arm, but he blew basic glass, sand glass in his eye.
It was powdered glass.
Powdered glass, thank you, powdered glass, which is a real thing, yes. I love how Ricky, with the power of fucking script power, just elbows the ground and somehow is a water.
No.
Well, they did show.
It was a drain.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna give them that. They did show there was a drain right there. Like they established it like twice early on in the fight because he like stumbled over it.
But where was the water? Okay, fine, cool.
Look, let's give them that benefit, please. But
Prime, you will agree with this part. When he went, like, not only did he get the water in his eye to get the shit out, I liked when he stood up. Not only is all the blood gone, yeah, of course the water, but that cut on his arm is gone.
Yes, the cut on his arm is gone because he has. The cut on his arm is gone, D, because he has script healing powers.
You know what, Eris? You're right.
You know what?
Help me out.
It makes it better. Oh, now, he go to work on Oscar. He hits Oscar in his gut. His motherfucking gut is split. He goes and Oscar does the Japanese thing. He's about to kill himself. Like, no, don't do it. Oscar takes out his intestines and starts choking this nigga out with him.
Starts strangling this motherfucker.
I'm like, hold up. We're in ridiculous territory. It's like this dude's tough enough to still keep going with his intestines out. All right, cool.
Yo, I was telling myself.
This is a movie where characters are not allowed to die until Ricky says so.
Exactly. God, I love it.
You know what? I just love fucking Levi from Attack on Titan as part of the fucking Goon Squad and shit. You mean the guy that was so obviously played by a woman? Yeah, I liked her too.
Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna keep it real. Much like how everybody says the same thing about Vega, Balrog, or Claw from Street Fighter, that's a beautiful man.
You think it's a beautiful man? I think it's a chick. I look. Either way, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm going by character.
Okay. Go by character.
We can do that. Character. I'm fine with that.
Because the whole time, anytime that character showed up on screen, I'm like, yo, your face is way too pretty and way too feminine for you to be a guy. But because we're referring to you as a guy, that's a beautiful man.
Meanwhile,
Chris. Eris. I'm sorry. So you don't respect non-binary people?
That's a ma'am, sir.
This is why 3 Black Geeks is problematic.
So you really want, hold on. Let me stop you right there. So what you're saying is you really want me to find that kind of differentiation in a movie where a guy literally tore his own intestines out to choke somebody with it? Hold on. This is the same movie where a guy literally punched the top of somebody's head off. Hold on. This is the same movie where a guy decked somebody in the temple and left a fist print in it. Hold on. This is the same movie where a woman ran up the stairs and offed herself. Yes, it was a dummy, but it was still her, in the story that did it. Hold on. This is the same movie where the warden's son pushed the second warden out of the way, tried to do a hop, skip, and fell over, and good God, it is the funniest thing in the entire movie.
I'm just saying.
I'm done.
Sir, that doesn't excuse the fact that you're a bigot. Black Lives Matter. I guess you're afraid to say that.
You know what, man? Look,
I like the door.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron's right there. Ladies and gentlemen, Feminist Felicia. Yay!
All I'm saying is this, man. Like the people that Ricky has to fight initially before he even gets the Oscar is ridiculous. It's like, let me get this right. You try to get this big sumo wrestler dude to fucking go after Ricky in the showers.
Oh, he was pure anime.
Pure anime as shit. Gets punched in the fucking stomach and dies like a fucking wounded animal and shit, which I love.
I like how Ricky grazed the top part of his stomach, left a big ass slash, and Ricky's like, nah, you ain't dead yet, nigga. He fucking hits this nigga with a rib shot, and the other side of his body, kaboom!
I mean, and then you got fucking Sagat of the fucking Goon Squad that immediately makes his presence known when they pop up in there and he busts one of the prisoners' head split, and I'm like, okay, well, that's
you mean he's referred to as Tarzan.
Yeah,
Tarzan crushed the nigga's head off books.
Oh.
Now that happened later. That didn't happen until after Oscar died.
And then not,
so yeah,
and then not Scorpion. I wanted to punch him in the fucking face with his goddamn hairstyle.
He said not Scorpion.
Dude, he is. Yeah, yo, at least Oscar, fucking Tarzan, and fucking Old Boy were useful. Fucking not Scorpion.
Like Rogan.
Yeah, Rogan. Not Scorpion. Yeah. I'm just like, if you take those shits out of here, you're kind of useless, dog. What do you do?
Oh yeah, he was. He was so useless without the motherfuckers, man.
He was like, and you know, I'm about to reach back to a super old episode of ours. He's like Old Boy from My Boss, My Hero, the dude with the boken. Mm-hmm. Without it, he cannot fight.
Yep.
Because Ricky, a couple of times in the fight, when he threw it and Ricky grabs his shit, he's like, "Ah, fuck, he gonna fuck me up. Here, throw it." You know, I'm like, man, you might as well just went on here and just pocket sand Ricky and just dipped. I mean,
you know what the best thing was? I like how he showed up that one time. He said, and they just repeated him doing that thing over and over again, and they shoot back to Ricky, and he's like wrapped up. I was like, okay, movie, that was way too lazy. That was just way too lazy.
Second of all, Chris, how you gonna sit here and give somebody horrible advice like that? Pocket sand to Ricky? Dude, you know that ain't gonna do. No, CJ, you know for a fact that ain't gonna do nothing but make him mad. Stop it.
I mean, yeah.
Like when you said pockets, like what's going to stop? When you said what's going to stop him, I immediately thought of fucking Dio bringing that motherfucking bulldozer.
What makes it even more funny is that when Old Boy realizes, like, man, I'm fucked and tries to run. I like how the warden fucking shoots him twice and he just instantaneously exploded. I'm like, whoa, where the fuck did this come from?
I love how this movie has no fucking rules, so much so that the bullets don't got damn rules.
He shot him twice in the ass. And it just...
he just blew it. Look, the only thing that was missing when he shot, remember when the warden shot the assistant warden, right? Yeah. And he was blowing up? The only thing that was missing was the warden going, sorry, you already dead. That was the only thing that was missing.
Like, you are useless to me now, second warden. I mean, the man makes a point. He did get his only other eye knocked out. So, you're kind of useless.
You're blind at this point. But you know what? One thing I will say about the warden, Eris. That was a sweet porn collection he had in his house.
Oh my god! Okay, you beat me to it. Dang it! I was just about to say that. Like, did anybody else take note of the of the amazing adult video collection behind this man's desk? No, I'm sorry. He had it in every corner of that office.
That 1991 porn, it just hits different, I guess.
Like, first of all, anytime you see them oversized boxes for, no pun intended, those oversized boxes for...
I got it.
I
feel you. I got you.
Anytime you see those oversized VHS boxes, you know what that is.
Hey, yo, you know what the word... Hey, look, and I'm just going to put it on there. I'm just going to put it out there, Chris. You know, on one of those videotapes, there's a Japanese girl going, no!
We had one of those said videos at our video store back in the day, so, yeah.
Oh, man, this gotta be...
Just one?
Just one? Just one. I had to do inventory count. Trust me, it was just one. It's one of the most weirdest things ever. It's like we have all these tapes and there's just like the one VHS tape that's like Japanese porn. I was like, that's just weird.
And the best question, Chris, how did you guys end up with it?
Thank you. That's what I was saying. I'm like, what?
Chris picked it up.
Better yet, why? Hold on. Say question number 2. Why was I not informed of this?
Oh, you weren't in the country when this happened.
No. Well, you know what? Out of all the you know what, Chris? Out of all the VHS tapes that you sent me, you could have sent me that one.
Just saying, that's
Chris, I got it for you. Eris, it was Sakura Bunnies 14. I don't know what happened to the first 13 of them, but apparently 14 wasn't good enough.
You think I didn't want to see that?
So you can have it, which is funny because like Yakuza games put you in them fucking video stores, and I'm like, I would like to actually see if Yakuza actually lets me see those videotapes, but I can't.
I'm mad as hell they got it there. Actually, you can't watch one.
Well, you can.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of them you can watch, but it's just typical like chick in a fucking bikini just frockling around the bed, and that's it. It ain't nothing else.
No. See, there's one of them. What's her face? God, what's her name? Hitomi, her friend. Jesus, I cannot think of her name. It really escapes me. It's killing me right now.
It's like her friend, and I'm like, I don't know her friend. I wish I knew.
No, it's her. no, seriously, if you know her, she's actually in Yakuza. I think she's in Yakuza 6.
Yeah, I think she's one of the hostess maids, the hostess chicks and stuff.
No, she's not. No, not just that. Like, she actually plays like a role. Like, you actually see like one of her videos. She's in like one of those little VR things.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. It's like I remember vaguely. I'm trying to remember it, but I know you're talking about.
It was like that in like you had to date 2 girls in Yakuza 1 like that. Yeah. If you do everything with them, you get to see their little videos with, like a bubble on their titty. They all like and shit like that,
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, now I remember Anri Okita.
Oh, okay. See,
she's in it.
That flew right over Chris's head. You know that, right?
Hey, look. If you ask me straight up, I'm like, if it ain't, I mean, Kobe Tai is probably the only old school chick that I know. Asian chick, that's about it.
Shout outs to Kobe Tai.
That is the only one I know, man.
First off, Chris, 2 points. Second of all, I'm gonna take those 2 points away for one reason. That's the only Asian you can come up. That is
old
like a white
school Asian.
Like,
right now, it's like, Keanu Dior, blah blah blah. It's like I know now.
The way you did that was on the level of a white guy saying like, yeah, sure, I like Michael Jackson. I like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm about to say Soriano.
Nah, we all know. Nah, Prime. We all know the GOAT. Shibuya Kaho.
Ooh. See.
What happened to her?
Prime.
She's still active, bro.
Prime and Sue about to fucking duel off and some fucking Yu-Gi-Oh shit. Like, I got this card. I know this now. I know that. It's like, okay, well.
Hold on now. Let me contain my power level. I got to keep that shit on the wraps for a minute now. Hold on now.
Same here. I only threw out just a little 2%, but whatever. What's your question, D?
Now, I do have to ask you this. How pitiful is your best friend? So none of y'all niggas like Tanaka? Y'all don't like her?
Okay,
I guess.
Let me be real with her. Let me be real with you.
Hold on. Which Tanaka are we talking about?
You know which one he's talking about.
You know which one he's
talking about.
You really gonna bring up Tia?
Tanaka.
No. I'm talking about God, is that her last name? The one with the big old boots, huh?
Hitomi.
I already said Hitomi. I mentioned Hitomi earlier. When I said not Hitomi, when I said her friend, that's who I was talking about.
Oh, you know what? Now I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, Anri. I was gonna say Anri and Hitomi, they are like best friends.
Now that being said, I'm gonna say this and we can go on. Hey, Eris, just real talk. I'm going to guess just the box ain't that good. Tanaka. I'm gonna guess. It's like looking at a motherfucking Mercedes that can't drive a car that doesn't have an engine. That's what it is.
That's rather subjective for you to say that.
I bet it's subjective. I'm sure of that.
I don't want to sound sexist, but she's been in the business a long time, bro.
A long time.
I mean, look, I'm just stating facts. I'm not trying to look. She's been in the business a long time, and that's all I'm saying. I'm gonna leave it there.
We're gonna see. You can leave. No, hold on, Prime. You can leave right there. I'm gonna say this. She does not suffer from what I believe a lot of people believe that Scarlett Johansson suffers from.
What, mileage?
Shit.
Not mileage. Just think of Don John.
Oh yeah.
It's like you finally get it, and you're like, you know what? I did all of that work.
Like,
hold on. This wasn't even. Look. Seriously, this wasn't even worth the panties it came out of.
That's terrible. Oh, God. See, this is why you guys are problematic. All cursed vaginas are good.
Oh, we just got canceled 6 ways from Sunday.
I mean, it's just like I said. Every time we bring up Don John and stuff, it's just funny to me. It's just like, oh, so
Harris. Yo, look, we're gonna get bombarded now. All vaginas matter.
Hey, look.
First of all, I never said that they didn't. Okay.
Second of all,
I'm gonna say this. Hey, real talk. I never came across a pussy I didn't like. So y'all need to calm down.
There you go.
D, look. D makes it 80 times worse.
All I'm saying is.
But no, what were you gonna say? Hold on, what were you gonna say, Prime?
I was just gonna say. And second of all, can we get a sampling?
Can we get a sampling?
Nigga think he had motherfucking Costco and shit.
I mean, we're going on all vaginas matter. I mean, I think Don John was a good example of it because it's like, hey, John had bad box with ScarJo, but he made up for it with Julianne Moore giving him that firebox. So it all worked out.
Let me tell you something.
Oh,
That's a lesson. That whole movie was a fucking lesson. Like, niggas be real quick to be saying, man, you a homely bitch. You ain't got no good. Oh, my God. Holy shit.
He learned in that one scene, like, oh, shit. Like, God damn.
Let's keep it 1,000. Let's keep it 1,000. That was a sexy-ass scene. Holy shit.
Especially the scene with... Especially that scene where they were together and that bright light was shining around them, bro. That right there was Interstellar box.
That was sexy. That was great. It was good direction, good acting. Joseph Gordon-Levitt bust a nut in his pants. It was awesome.
Also, if you want to be serious about it, they formed a very emotional bond in that moment. So,
yes, they did.
They did.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they
did. Chris, yes, they did. Julianne Moore kept on calling Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and he had to get a restraining order. It's a movie. It's a fucking movie.
Which?
So I gotta ask y'all. The part with the meat grinder.
Ooh, man, they went all out on the fucking on the practical effects in that goddamn scene. Jesus Christ, man!
I loved every bit of that. First of all, like, you know for a fact when the first warden is walking around, you think he ain't listening. Dude decides to mutter something under his breath as he's trying to wipe down the kitchen. Looks at him and says, "Oh, don't have enough meat. Like, not enough meat for you, huh? Apparently you're still hungry." No, warden, that's not what I meant. Oh, no, don't worry. We're gonna take care of that right now. Dude, shoved your hand. He put his hand in the meat grinder. It actually came out on the tray, and he served it to him like, there you go.
This is why I could not eat food during this goddamn movie, because of that shit. I'm like, nope.
Here's me. So you're not gonna put his face in it? Like, I mean, you already
go. Yeah, I'm with you, Prime. You might as well go for it. Matter of fact, this was me the entire time I saw stuff happening in this prison. Sued. You are so sued.
I don't think suing is an option in this prison, sir.
I understand it's privatized, but I'm saying, good God, if this wasn't...
No. It's not because it was privatized. It's just, considering they could just take away somebody's probation just like that, it's like, yeah, they'll take away that lawsuit immediately.
They ain't just take away his probation. Dude, he was about to be free. He was about to be sent home. Man had a wife and kids.
You're talking about Sue. This motherfucker, like, the shit that killed me about that was, you saying Sue, you know what would have happened? The lawyers would have showed up, and they would have turned into monsters and beat the shit out of somebody.
You wasting our time. Bit. It's like, oh, shit. You fucked up.
I'm like, that lawyer. I'm like, them lawyers ain't coming back.
Dude, the fact that the warden, right, the main warden is like, oh, they don't call me the warden for nothing. We're all strong. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And again,
everyone in that other prison has to be a kung fu master. I'm like, and who knew that a kung fu master was turning into the Hulk? Who fucking knew?
Hold on. No, I got one better for you. D. No, he didn't turn into the Hulk. Seeing how he still had the suit on, my man turned into Senator Armstrong.
Nano machine.
I don't want him to say not even nano machines. When Ricky tries to punch him and it didn't work, he should have just grabbed Ricky by the neck and say, I come from the University of Texas.
I mean,
right there.
But you know what was funny is that they tried to do a sequel to Riki-Oh, but it wasn't. It was like it wasn't an unofficial sequel. It was just weird, and I was like, so you're trying to link it to where he fights another warden? I don't know. I don't
feel
know.
like, you know what, these manga actually all came from a different place because the 80s in manga were really reflective of what was going on in Japan at the time. And I'm looking at this one like I get the tropes are there, the big strong men, the villains who are straight up evil. There's a damsel that dies and there's revenge and all the rest of it. All of the manly tropes are there. But I always question just one reason. Why is there always something odd about the motherfucking protagonist? And in this case, so Ricky, you can play the flute on a leaf.
Because he's just badass.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. KENSHIRO can't do that, man. I'm be honest with you.
KENSHIRO just gives you that 1,000-yard stare, and then he just walks away.
There are things KENSHIRO can do. KENSHIRO, number one, can bring somebody's voice back.
Oh yeah, KENSHIRO can heal somebody by punching them.
Can heal. He can heal somebody. KENSHIRO can have a literal building collapse on top of him as he walks through it with the Jesus beard.
Chris, cures blindness by beating you over the fucking head. Ain't that a bitch?
Oh yeah, Chris. And let's not forget one of our favorite things in Lost Paradise: mix. You are already drunk.
Well, that game, which I gotta beat, that game, it's like, Fist of the North Star just exists in this other realm. It's like, so you can just beat somebody up and they get cured. That's amazing. That is amazing.
That's amazing. KENSHIRO is literally punching people in the legs and their legs are exploding. Everyone's cool with this.
Hey, KENSHIRO, my cousin is a paraplegic. Can you cure him? Sure. And he kicks his cousin in the back and it cures him. It's like, okay, well, that came out of nowhere.
Oh my gosh, man. You're like, and then you always like all these guys are always the same way. They're very, they're manly man. They don't have a lot of words. They're always like, I'm looking for someone. It's always that.
Well, like
Riki-Oh,
like the build of them, because somebody, I think it was Bennett the Sage mentioned that, like, back then, like, you had stuff like Fist of the North Star, even up to JoJo, where the look of a man was, like, all built and manly man and stuff. And then, nowadays, it's kind of like well, I don't know, because fucking BAKI is still doing that shit with the dudes fighting naked and shit.
But BAKI's a little bit different. BAKI is like JoJo. It came from the 90s.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
So yeah, it's super 90s.
You want to keep that aesthetic. Even Dragon Ball does that because somehow, some way, Goku getting the shirt off.
Goku's getting the shirt off, and you are getting this work.
Granted, Golden Wind kind of toned down on the beefiness of dudes and shit. So
they did. They really did.
Started at part 4. But
it did. Diamonds Unbreakable. It did. Yeah, I keep forgetting about it. Yeah, it did start.
Yeah, right. But even in Diamonds Unbreakable, like good example, actually, I would say Okuyasu. He was still built for a fucking high schooler. Yep. That nigga had broad ass shoulders, man. Look at that dude.
It's like, dude, did you get left back 3 times? I think so.
Look. I refuse. I refuse.
Hey, guess what? I got held back again, nigga. Fifth year to 10th grade.
I fucking refuse to believe that Yusuke Urameshi is 16 years old. Miss me with that bullshit.
You ain't lying.
Yusuke and Kuwabara are fucking beating the shit out of high schoolers.
I'm like, you don't take your 30-year-old ass back to your fucking corporation, you fucking office worker? How dare you?
You know what? The worst one, the worst offender, BAKI. Hi, I'm BAKI. Age 16. Fuck you.
I wasn't even built like that at 16. Gary wasn't built that way at 16. What are we talking about here?
No, 16 is built like that.
Look, as someone who is taught in many different junior high schools in Japan, there are some students that are somewhat on par with that. One of my third year students, aka senior year students, was on that not quite on that level, but bruh, I challenged this dude. Well, no, he challenged me to an arm wrestling match. I ain't never told y'all this story before.
You should have Joe Pesci'd his ass like you did in My Cousin Vinny and just went over and then punched him in the face and then got the $200 off him.
See, CJ, you're trying to get me kicked out the country. Stop it, all right? I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to play the cool teacher, okay? I'm the foreigner. I'm the cool teacher by default, all right?
So I'm black. That means I can dance.
And I'm black. So, no, and I'm black. The fact that I'm a foreigner is just an added bonus, all right?
See, you have to pause on that, sir. You'd be like, they think I'm Michael Jackson. Let it go.
I got hit with that too. But seriously.
No, you know what's great about that, Chris? Eric's like, they think I'm Michael Jackson. And you see two Japanese people, Future!
Why would they call me Future?
Because
I didn't have my
Eris.
I didn't have my dreads yet. I didn't have my dreads yet.
No, it's the hat.
Eris, the Japanese people. The Japanese people. We all look like Kanye West and Barack Obama, okay?
This is true.
But seriously, dude challenged me to an arm wrestling match, and because I had to let him have it, I was holding on, not even trying to budge, not even trying to move him over, and he's like, his buddies were standing behind, they were standing behind him like, hey, what's going on, man? You say you be lifting weights. Like, well, what's going on here? You can't even move the teacher's arm. What's going on? So then I decided to bruise his ego a little bit, and I started gaining the upper hand, and everybody's over here cheering me on. And of course, I let him have it. I'm like, okay, I'll let you go ahead and have it, sir. And then I took a dive, let him enjoy his ego, shook his hand, and said, yeah, I let you get that.
I'm sorry, Eris. I saw enough anime to know that you're lying. What happened was you were beating him, and all of a sudden, like, wait a minute, what's that music playing in the background? All of a sudden, you look at him. He has the red eyes. He's glowing. like there's two different ones. Everybody goes to the me and Chris is our favorite one. Ichigo. Or let's just be real, the best one of all time, JoJo. Look, Eris, he throws your arm down in the most anime way possible and all that shit.
Then explains how he did it with physics.
And what, I oversell it like The Rock?
No, yeah, you oversaid. No, why? Look, Eris, why he's bringing your arm back? You're like, no, this is impossible. How can this be? You're wondering what I'm doing right now. This is an art form that I learned when I was 15 years old. It's called Akishushu. It's like a long ass name.
See, first of all, no, D, I'm gonna have to. No, hold on.
Axis. Oh.
Look, I gotta stop all you Negroes right now. Y'all are giving my student way too much credit, all right?
Look, Eris, no, when he says the name it is, here's you. Why are there so many K's in that?
No, see, D, you were like,
I'm mad as fuck I understood that. Hold on. Sir, flag on play, sir. Flag on fucking play, sir.
First of all, y'all throwing out all these anime tunes that everybody's hearing. Yeah, here's my I'm holding my ground, and the tune that's playing for me is from Cowboy Bebop, Bad Dog, No Biscuits.
Bro, you know what's crazy about this movie though is that I love how it's infused in United States pop culture. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
It is shocking. This is one of those movies that caught a cult that thank early YouTube.
Yeah.
That's really what you got. See, movies like a lot of the cult movies that got big in the last 10 years was because of YouTube. The reason why motherfuckers know about the Silent Night, Deadly Night series is because of YouTube. The reason why everybody knows about Trolls is because of YouTube. YouTube really connected a whole lot of people to shitty movies that end up becoming these giant cult followings. You know what I mean?
Bro, there was a scene. Okay, so I watched, not even joking, I watched early Daily Show with a young Jon Stewart. And he actually he usually sometimes will show scenes from Riki-Oh for a segment, and I was like, how the fuck they get away with this? I was like, oh shit, I forgot this is early Comedy Central. They can get away with this shit.
Yeah, you get away with that shit, and for the longest time, the real reason why it was on YouTube for the longest time was because nobody had any American rights to it. Nope. The dub that we still see from today was from British ran Hong Kong. Mm-hmm. So, yes, that's the only reason why it's even in English, because it came out in Hong Kong like that. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a funny how, like I said, it's just ingrained to some type of pop culture just because it's so fucking bad shit. You know the worst thing I hated though? When you talk about the warden though, you know when he turned into that, immediately when he started walking, you notice not only how short he was, but you notice how the sides, like his ribs, were so fucking like, it looked like it was a whole lot of space between the costume and the actual person underneath that. You know what I mean? Bro, it looked so bad.
The fact that Ed Boon literally cited Riki-Oh as how he came up with Mortal Kombat is wild to me. That's the shit that's wild to me. Like, he saw Riki-Oh and was like, I can make a video game like that. Huh.
Yep. And you gotta realize a lot of these cult movies got hot because of people in college. Much like anime getting its fucking real, fan base, it started with college kids. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me that Ed Boon saw this. Like, yeah, now all I need is now all I need is somebody to run the tournament. I
mean, you know what was even more funny is that I remember this was like some years back. No bullshit. You know, Turner Classic Movies actually ran this movie.
Bullshit. What?
Not even joking. They ran it during their little underground series at the time. They were just showing stuff like late at night and stuff, and they showed Riki-Oh. It was only for like a hot minute, but that was when they were trying to like do something different at the time on the channel. So
okay. To keep everything going, we're going to go online. Everybody just start saying favorite shit about this movie, man. Just fun shit that you liked about this movie. Prime, go.
Where do I fucking start? So, I like how, in the movie, we really do, like, he can leave it in time, right? And so, we don't know why he's still hanging around, because you're thinking, like, oh, is he here because he's just gonna, like, live out his sentence? Why did he kill that dude in the first place? So it turns out, we find out that he killed his girlfriend. But in the anime, which I'm using to fill in some of the narrative gaps in the movie, because you fucking have to, the reason he went to prison in the first place and stayed there is because he found out about the opioids that they were selling at the prison, and was like, all right, so I'm gonna go burn it. My favorite fucking scene, one of my favorite fucking scenes in the movie was when he burns the opioid field and he's fighting the kung fu master, and the warden says, like, they're fighting and there's a riot going on, and the warden says Program Zero, Directive Zero, some shit. And all these machine guns plop out the fucking wall and start shooting at prisoners. And the Kung Fu guy's like, yo, can we, like, stop fighting now?
That happened in the anime?
That happened in the movie.
Wait a minute, what did that happen in the movie?
Like, right before they captured Ricky, with the big dude came and broke up the fight.
Oh, yeah.
Machine guns popped out the wall.
Yeah, I forgot they did. I like how these motherfuckers, all right. If we could talk about that, that's actually a part I was going to bring up. I like how off books, how we are introduced to fucking Tarzan is him pulling up on somebody and palm crushing the living shit out of their head, smashing it like a fucking pumpkin. It was like...
But shouts out to my dude, because he thought he's starting to riot. He was like, let's do this shit. We bucking the system. Oh no.
Not today, baby. Not today.
Yo, imagine.
Hey, Prime. Hold up, D. Hey, Prime. See, it's funny you say that. Oh, when they say, hey, let's start a riot. We can take these guys out. If Nope was a person.
The only thing that was missing from that scene was the fucking Always Sunny theme. That was literally the only thing that was missing. The game starts a riot.
Aaron, your turn. Give us something, man.
Okay. Favorite moment?
Oh, don't worry. We're going to do this circle probably like 3 more times before we're done.
I would honestly, I'd say probably one of my favorite moments, without a doubt. Ricky versus no. Sorry, my favorite moment, the best part. Punch. You're all free now.
Yeah, I'm sitting there like, there's at least 5 people that need to stay in that jail.
That is by far. No, seriously, that is by far my favorite moment. My favorite moment is the ending. Like, matter of fact, the whole ending. He comes out with the first warden's head and says, "Hey, everybody, stop fighting!" And you love how immediately everybody stopped fighting.
Stop fighting.
Tosses the head like off camera, runs to the wall, punches. First of all, he didn't even punch it. The wall was already collapsing. If you look at it really good, the wall was already coming down before he punched it, which I'm assuming this was take 4.
Did you see the wires though?
And I saw the wires.
I love the wires. There were wires in this whole movie. I loved them. Oh my god.
Look, I'm not saying that as a bad way, because like, look, y'all know the shit I watch. Like, I'm not knocking it, but like, it was so fucking funny because like it played it in slow motion. Because like we said, he holds the frames. I'm like, dude, the wires are still in the shot. Like, we can still clearly see them. Like,
terrible filmmaking.
I mean, he punches the wall down, turns back to everybody and says, "You are all free now."
Yo, I love that, man. Like I said, I'm thinking to myself, well, there's a serial rapist that's about to have fun tonight. Thanks, Ricky.
I was just about to say, except you, Larry, you rape niggas.
You can stay here.
You can stay there. You sit down. You sit your ass down.
Oh my god, man.
You gotta think about it. You all free now, yeah! And the first guy, all right, now I'm gonna buy a Uzi.
Dude, it's like the end of
Swiggity. I'm going to get me some booty.
Dog, it's like the end of Con Air when fucking old boy is in the fucking casino at the end and it's supposed to be all happy. I'm like, hold up. He killed people. Why are we happy that he's gambling in the casino? No, don't do this, movie. Don't do this.
Oh yeah, because when he celebrates, he's gonna kill somebody. And guess what? When he loses everything, he's gonna kill somebody.
Guess what? When he wins, he's gonna kill somebody. That's how he celebrates. He's a fucking murderer. That's what they do.
He's like,
yo,
you know
all right.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was passing it over you. Give us a part, Chris.
The fucking cement scene.
Bro.
My man's in the room. This shit's filling up, and he just dives out the fucking metal bars like it's just nothing.
First of all, it wasn't even the metal bars. That was a solid metal door.
He just dives and combat rolls and grabs old boy out of it. Then the cherry on top is that the cement goes on him, and the warden's like, "I got Ricky," and Ricky just flexes the shit out of that shit and just grabs the warden. I'm like, okay, well. That's a thing, obviously.
Here's the thing that gets me. Here's the real thing that gets me. Because when he got the cement on him, here goes his sister boy. Don't worry. When he dries, he won't be able to move. And he didn't move. And I thought to myself, when he stopped moving and all that, and like he was done, I was thinking to myself, hey, y'all did see Ricky punch somebody's skull right off, right? What makes you think? Wait a minute, no, fuck that. He fucking shoulder blocked a steel door and won. What makes you think concrete is going to stop him? Like, honestly, what made y'all think any of that shit?
Clearly.
Ricky is so badass in this movie. The ground, the walls don't want to fuck with him, man.
I mean, this is the same guy who you saw early in the movie when everybody else was sleeping and he was standing in the middle of his cell, shirtless. He stood there in that Akuma pose waiting for that sky heaven sign to appear on his back.
Motherfucker, look at the walls. You trying to flex, nigga? Trying to go, motherfucker? Honestly, like, for real. All right, Prime, your turn.
Oh, fuck.
Give me another part. Give us another part.
Okay. It's got to be when he was fighting Tarzan in the fucking steel cage match, and he punched his fucking jaw off. Matter of fact, the whole energy in that scene, I take that whole energy in that scene. I love every fucking minute of it.
I love the fact that he uppercut this nigga through his neck,
and he's still able to talk.
And the clean break at that. It just like unhinged and just popped right off.
The next thing you know, next scene, you see this nigga jaw go flying. Not a minute later, Ricky, Ward, I'm still alive. How are you moving? How are you talking?
Also, it's like you already know the warden knows no loyalty, so as soon as Ricky even chops off an arm, you're useless to the warden at that point, so...
Yep, you love, yep. That motherfucker's getting rid of everybody. Okay, my turn. I got one for you. Nobody. Nothing. Not a soul. Ricky takes blood off face, licks it.
Boy, that's a drink. First of all, D, that is a drinking game. Every time Ricky like licks his own blood and take a drink.
I'm pretty sure he was doing that before he went to the restroom too.
Yo, Bruce Lee made that famous for a reason because it was a pure type of moment. Ricky turned into, I need my fuel.
Time to flex on these niggas.
Time Papa get a taste. Papa needs a sip.
Actually, if he were to say it, if he were to say it back then, he would have taken the Wolverine line. Time to go to work.
Like Bruce Lee when he did it, Bruce Lee turned into Della Reese when he got punched and did the whole thing with the blood. With Bruce Lee was like, oh shit. Motherfuckers actually ain't a white belt in this bitch. Okay.
Nah, he turned into Bane. Oh, you think your knife is your ally.
Dude, as soon as Han fucking cut him on the chest and shit, I was like, oh boy, Han, you know you did, right?
I was like, yo,
no,
you did, right?
Fuck.
That's what I'm talking about. You think your blade is your ally.
You think pain is your friend.
It's too bad Black Belt Jones couldn't, get that same power up, Nice.
Man, Black Belt Jones, you knew he wasn't, man. Look, here's the thing, man. Let's just be honest. We weren't the star of that movie, so it's fine. It's fine. Bruce Lee, if alive today, will be one of the most wokest Chinese niggas ever. So it's fine.
I just needed Black Belt Jones to fucking kick Han in the face so quick that Han just says a racial slur just to emphasize how much powerful we were in that moment. Just that one moment. I just need that, Just like Riki-Oh. Just like in Riki-Oh. I need they should have had like a token black guy in Riki-Oh.
Hold on. Now we're talking, Chris, but we have to give him like a token ass name. This is what I look at one of my favorite anime. This is what I look at one of my favorite animes and be sad. Ain't that right, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Let's call him Smokey.
Because, Friday, you see. Friday.
I hate being black. I just hate being black sometimes.
Riki-Oh would have had a black prisoner named Leroy, who's a political prisoner. He's also Muslim, and he speaks in jive.
Now you already know his name would have been Walter Jenkins, sir. How dare you?
He would have been Muslim. He would have been Willie's Chinese version of Muslim. And he likes fried chicken.
Version of Muslim.
He likes fried chicken. And he's friends with Ricky, and they're cool with each other.
No,
that's it.
You're thinking too deep, Chris. You're thinking too deep. This is a black character is about to die. All we need on Leroy is Leroy does this to befriends Ricky, but he brings up one thing. You know what I like? Baseball. Baseball is one of my favorite things in the world, Ricky. And next thing you know, a baseball in the back of his skull.
Yeah, he doesn't quite get the gruesome deaths compared to everybody. It's very quick and painless. It's just like,
All right, Eris, your turn. Give us a scene. Give us something, man.
Oh, easy. The warden's son. 2 skips and a fall.
Okay, Eris, I got a question. This is a good question, and one of our favorite internet reviewers brought this up with this movie. So, does this movie hate eyeballs?
What? Why do you say that?
Because when the warden's son tripped up, what's wrong with the carpet? Who rolled the carpet out? It was him, sir. It was him. The warden took his cane and stabbed this nigga dead in the eye.
Well, I'll say this. everybody getting stabbed in the eye, that is this movie's equivalent of a gun butt.
Okay, cool.
This is true.
I'm fine with that. We got to see somebody get smacked in the back of the head, the eye pops out. We got to see Ricky take out the warden's eye, and we got to see the top dog warden just go straight up Judge Doom on this nigga and take him into his cave and just stab him in the eye.
And there you go. And think about it. If all of these were replaced with guns, they would have all been gun butted.
They would have been gun butted. All right, Chris, final one. Let's go.
Them taking out Ricky taking out old boy with the liquid oxygen to his leg and breaking it off.
I didn't think that killed him.
He, like, when he missed with the kick and it went straight into liquid oxygen, I was like, oh, this is going to be a fucking great death. And I'm like, he just jabbed his fucking leg off clean. I'm like, it wasn't even the liquid oxygen. I wanted to see, like, some fucking Terminator 2 breakage. It was just like, he just punched the leg off. I'm like, okay.
You know what, Chris? You know what's hilarious about that? You have been asking, like, yo, movie, I'm trying to eat my motherfucking tacos over here, man. You're ruining it for me. But this part, you demanded blood. That's hilarious.
No, I demanded Terminator 2 liquid oxygen break to where at least I get freeze-dried blood. It's like, all right, cool. But nah, Ricky just broke the whole leg off. And I'm like, so old boy bled out? Like, okay,
look, CJ, that wasn't meant for this movie. James Cameron held onto that tech specifically for that movie.
This was 2 years before Terminator 2?
Dude, it was the same year.
Oh, shit, it was. Damn.
All of these movies came out in 91.
Damn.
They were both, look, think about it. They were both filming at the same exact time. That's how wild film stock is. Because this movie looked like it came out in 87.
It really did. I mean, it looked like I was waiting for fucking Ewan Bao, Sammo Hung, and Jackie Chan to pop up in fucking Riki-Oh as like cameos or some shit.
First of all, all three of them would not touch this movie.
Are you sure? Because
hold on. No, let me explain. They would not touch this movie. However, they will immediately jump into that piece of crap called City Hunter.
Here's the thing.
Oh, Ewan Bao would have been a part of this. I think Ewan Bao would have been a part of it.
Ewan Bao actually did a movie with this director. It was called Peacock King.
The Peacock King? I do remember that one.
That was a wild-ass fucking movie.
You know what? Again, every time we get a chance, every time we talk about Ewan Bao, I have to say it again. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not looked at anything that Ewan Bao have ever done, look him up. He is incredible. Much like his brother Sammo and Jackie Chan, he is amazing. He is underrated, severely underrated in my book, to be honest with you.
I mean, the fact that he got like actual solo movies, just like Jackie and Sammo Hung did, is just crazy to me.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. He is the third banana of the three. Yeah, he is. But this nigga ain't no slouch. Let's just be real. I know we see the three of them, and you're like, okay, the three of them, we see Sammo Hung and all that. No, this nigga ain't Memphis Bleak. He's about his shit. He's good.
Yeah, he's about that life.
Yeah.
About that. All right, Prime, last one for you, man.
The fucking graveyard training scene. Just busting tombstones on my nigga's chest.
All right, hey, Prime. Fun little moment for me watching this. But like I said, this is my third go around watching this movie. I'm at work and I'm like putting some shit up and all the rest of that, right? So I'm glancing down at my phone every now and then. And I know they're in the graveyard and he's like chucking the headstones at him and all that shit, right? I look down again. This motherfucker is ramming a motherfucking headstone in his chest. I'm like, yo, I don't remember that. Hold up, go back.
Dude.
That took me out so bad.
I was waiting on somebody's daughter to come visit the graveyard that day like, hey, Mom, oh, no.
Dude, I like how his master called him Ricky because he was strong instead of just Rick. I'm just like, wow, really? That's what we're doing. All right.
And then that's like the only exposition we get on like why is Ricky so fucking strong? It's like, oh, Ricky, you were born strong as fuck. That's it, movie? That's all you're gonna give me.
That's
okay,
it?
cool.
He was born.
As I told you guys, breakneck speed of this movie's pacing.
He was born with unbridled Negro strength. That's just how it is, I guess.
I will always question all of because I see. Here's a funny thing. Like when you look at OP motherfuckers in anime, even when they're OP, you get where their OPness comes from. You know what I mean? You get it. Even if they're the special, you understand. Like Goku, okay, we seen his training. Okay, with this dude, we seen their training. With only one I do kind of question his OPness is Jotaro, because I don't understand how he wins any fight in Stardust Crusaders. I have no idea how he won anything. But whatever.
My headcanon is that's the spirit of Jonathan going, oh, I'm coming for Dio's ass.
Oh yeah, that's what I think too. I think the same thing too. And not only and what really confirmed that was in Diamonds Unbreakable when you saw Star Platinum be pretty much the world. I was like, oh, that's all Jonathan to me.
And ain't nothing but Jonathan go, boy, you staying alive. I gotta fuck that vampire up.
Oh man, which reminds me, I love that scene where Dio was like, yeah, Joseph, I'm about to what? Nah, nigga. I know what hormone is, motherfucker.
You caught me slipping once, bitch. Never again.
See, your granddaddy did that shit. Fuck y'all. That's why I'm coming back to kill all y'all.
It's like, but anyway, didn't say the magic word.
But like even with one of the most OP niggas, Hellsing, we got where Alucard got his shit from. We understand that shit. Ricky, he was just born that way.
It's like, okay, I guess. It's like, I guess. I mean, all right.
Born that way is your excuse. That's why he's strong. He's born that way.
You know what? I'll roll with it. That's cool.
All right, my last one that I want to bring up. I like the fact that after Ricky kills Oscar, his grandson, his godson, or Oscar's godson, befriends him. Everything's all right. You find out that he's a deaf mute because somebody slashed his tongue out because he saw too much, which was a poppy field.
That was Rogan.
Yep.
Yeah, that was Rogan. And I love the fact that he really didn't allude Ricky to knowing anything because he can't really talk like that. And it's like, you told where Ricky was at. And they just chomp the lower half. You just see Rogan just chomp the lower half of his mouth. Next thing you know, this motherfucker's filleted in the middle of the yard, you know? And I'm thinking to myself, this movie just hates everybody today. Like, holy shit. They peeled this nigga alive, man. And I gotta say this one thing, Eris. There's actually not bad effects. For 91, that ain't too bad. That ain't too bad. Ain't the best, but it's alright.
Man. Also, the got you bitch on the dog in the yard. That was fucking hilarious.
Why?
Dude!
Why did the dog, look, I'm not even a dog lover like that. Why did the dog have to go?
I'm like, what the fuck did the dog do?
That dude came out the ground and was like, "Bow, got you, bitch." I'm like, damn, dude, the dog didn't do shit. What the fuck?
Look, if the dog lived,
was that?
I would have, look, thank you. Like, if the dog lived, I would have been cool. Would have been cool with it. It would have been hilarious. They said I see guts everywhere. I'm like, yo, why? Like, honestly, why? You're already evil enough. Why? Oh, shit, man. All right, and finally, Eris, your last one.
We got one more? Let me see.
One more.
Let's see. Let's see, a good third one. What was a good third one? God, because there's so many of them.
Let's pick one more, man. Let's get out of this bitch. I think we done covered everything anyway.
Yeah.
No, we did, but I'm just trying to think of if I could think of a third one that I really enjoyed. You know what scene I really liked? Ricky burning the poppy fields.
No!
Oh my God!
Oh my God! When we're gonna get so high!
It's gonna be so great.
Oh, and hold on. And one more bonus. The bonus, because we did not cover this. My other favorite thing, and this goes across the entire movie. This is my fourth. The prisoner exposition.
Yes. Go get her, Ricky. What's going on? He's over there in the yard. Get who? Get Zoro. Oh my goodness, Zoro's gonna kill him. No, Ricky, do it. Yeah, Ricky, free us, Ricky. We want to fight all the prison guards. Ricky, get that bastard, Ricky. I can keep on going with that.
Yeah, all of that.
Going all the time. Go, Ricky! No, get him! No, fight back, Ricky! You can't beat the head four. They're unstoppable.
God.
Lord, man. Oh my gosh, man. God, that's Riki-Oh.
I mean,
this was
and CJD, whichever one of y'all editing this podcast, make sure that we end this with "You are all free now."
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely will. Oh man, Prime, thank you as always, brother, for coming on. Thank you as yeah. Just want to let you know, Gundam is coming up, and I don't know if it will be August or September. Haven't figured that out yet. But yeah, we're continuing on the story that you see, and of course we're gonna need you, my brother. So just gonna let you know, you do to be up again.
We'll be honored. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So next week, if I am not mistaken, next week we are doing the Chuck Norris movie Invasion USA. If I'm not mistaken, that's where we're going.
Probably the better version of Red Dawn, to be honest with you.
You really think so? Well, yeah.
It feels more plausible versus Red Dawn, where it's like, so these motherfuckers just fly into the States and just parachute in. All right, cool, I guess.
Cobra style, by the way.
Yeah, Cobra style.
Yes,
Whereas Invasion USA, they was just like, nah, we're just gonna boat in through Florida.